What's up, Taiwan? I'm Eric Gao, bringing you the news from here in Taipei. The official death toll from Myanmar's magnitude 7.7 earthquake has risen to 1,700. Rescue teams are racing against the clock to find survivors. Rosie Greninger reports.
After 60 hours trapped, a woman is pulled alive from the wreckage of a collapsed hotel in Myanmar. 3 days since a magnitude 7.7 earthquake struck the country's second largest city, Mandalay, rescuers are racing to locate survivors within the critical 72-hour window, as the chances after that are significantly reduced. At least 1,700 people have been confirmed dead, and there are fears that that toll will rise significantly, with the Red Cross saying the devastation here is the worst seen in Asia in more than 100 years.
Many homes has been destroyed, road and bridge damaged. Many children and families are still missing and traumatized. We need urgent assistance, especially for the children, who often suffer the most in these kinds of situations.
The international community has heeded that call, with rescue teams from China and Russia assisting on the ground. And emergency supplies and millions of dollars in aid coming in from across the globe. But it is yet to reach all the impacted areas. In a country already battered by civil war and poorly equipped to deal with such a large-scale disaster, residents are joining in the effort, digging with their bare hands. But rescue efforts are being hindered by powerful aftershocks. And there have also been reports that the military junta, which seized power in a coup 4 years ago, continued to launch airstrikes, despite opposition forces declaring a unilateral 2-week ceasefire. In neighbouring Thailand, the urgency also is palpable. Rescue teams are searching through the rubble of a collapsed building in Bangkok for survivors. 11 of the 18 people confirmed dead in Thailand were pulled from this building.
คือตอนนี้ทีมก็พยายามจะหาคนช่วยคนที่ยังมีชีวิตรอดอยู่เพราะว่าภายในเวลา72 ชั่วโมงเนี่ยเราจะพยายามช่วยคนที่มีชีวิตก่อนพวกอาวุธเรื่องรถไมคโครอะไรยังต้องเพราะว่าบางทีเวลาไปช่วยอะไรอาจจะมีผลกระทบเราต้องช่วยให้หมาให้คนเนี่ยดำเนินการช่วยก่อน
76 people are still missing beneath the debris. US military have joined the effort there, but as the window to find survivors closes, those waiting here are preparing for the worst. Dolphine Chen and Rosie Greninger for TaiwanPlus.
Stock markets are falling sharply here in Asia ahead of more long-threatened U.S. tariffs that the White House says will apply to all countries. Taiwan's index closed down 4.2% after falling over 7% over the past few days of trading. The country's most valuable stock, chipmaker TSMC, is down 4.41%. The Taiwan dollar also fell against the U.S. dollar to a 9-year low. In Japan, its stock index briefly fell to its lowest point in over 6 months. Anxiety is growing over U.S. President Donald Trump's policy to wipe U.S. trade imbalances using tariffs. Taiwan, Japan, and South Korea all run trade surpluses with the U.S. Here in Taipei, President Lai Ching-te's office says he is looking into possible response measures to protect Taiwan's interests and economic stability. As a nationwide ban looms in the U.S. for social media app TikTok, President Donald Trump says many people are eager to purchase it.
We have a lot of potential buyers. There's tremendous interest in TikTok. The decision is going to be my decision, as you know, through Congress.
Trump has set April 5th as the deadline for a non-Chinese company to acquire the app, or 170 million Americans would be blocked from using it. He says the ban is due to national security reasons. On Sunday, Trump told reporters that he is speaking with China about the sale and floated the idea of a reduction in tariffs on China to reach a deal. He also raised the possibility of seeking a third term and voiced his anger at Russian President Vladimir Putin for attacking Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky's credibility. A leaked Pentagon memo says deterring a Chinese attack on Taiwan is one of the top priorities for U.S. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth. That's according to the Washington Post. It comes as Taiwan is set to receive a new batch of advanced fighter jets and as the U.S. seems to start a new defense shift to Asia. Jaime Ocon reports.
After more than 6 years, Taiwan is getting what it's long been waiting for: brand new F-16 fighter jets. Lockheed Martin, which produces the jets, unveiled the aircraft at a ceremony in the U.S. state of South Carolina. Among those attending was Taiwan's Deputy Defense Minister for Policy, whose invitation was kept secret until after the ceremony due to the lack of official ties between the U.S. and Taiwan.
我想这次美方邀请我方参加战机出场典礼，除了展示战机的产制成果，也彰显了美国政府依据《台湾关系法》以及6项保证，持续协助台湾提升自我防卫能力的一个承诺。
These new F-16Vs are the most advanced version of the jet in the world. In 2019, Taiwan placed an order for 66 of them. Part of that order also included an upgrade for the country's existing fleet of 141 earlier F-16s. With these purchases and upgrades, Taiwan will now have a fighter fleet of mostly U.S.-made aircraft.
它可以携带更多的弹药，它的飞行性能也会增加，也就是搭载这个4型油箱，在机背这里有4型油箱，那么它的航程可以延伸30%，所以在不作战半径大致上可以延伸到1200公里以上。
In recent months, Taiwan has seen an influx in weapons deliveries from its biggest arms supplier, as both countries step up efforts to defend the island nation against China's threats to take it by force. China has ramped up its aggression in the region, conducting 3 large-scale military exercises around Taiwan in less than 12 months, something the U.S. is growing increasingly anxious about. A leaked Pentagon memo revealed by the Washington Post confirmed those concerns, with Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth shifting the U.S. military to prioritize deterring China's seizure of Taiwan by assuming risk in Europe and other parts of the world. Some parts of the memo are identical to a report from the Heritage Foundation, a conservative think tank based in D.C. One of the authors of the report is Alex Velez-Green, who is in line for a top policy position at the Pentagon. TaiwanPlus spoke with him before the U.S. presidential election, and he said defending Taiwan was a top priority.
There are increasingly questions about whether Taiwan can still be defended. And that is a statement about the fact that China has gone full on in its military modernization. I think there is still a plausible, a very credible path to being able to deter or defeat a Chinese invasion, or at least have the option to do so for a U.S. president, for their decision. But it will take, I think, very deliberate and concerted action by the United States, by Taiwan, and others in the region.
This kind of concerted effort is being welcomed by officials from the ruling Democratic Progressive Party here in Taiwan, who agree more cooperation is needed to manage China's aggression.
未来要协调一些美国在各个地方的资源，那集中在印太区域，特别是在防止台湾被中国夺取。那他们未来会投注的资源，不管是在后勤或者是在物资、战略资源的这一个储存，这些都会在加强。
While Taiwan is celebrating the delivery of its new jets, this is just one of many steps Taipei is looking to take together with the U.S., as stronger alliances and partnerships might need to take priority over flashy new weapons. Devin Tsai and Jaime Ocon for TaiwanPlus.
More than 60 people, including children, were killed in Gaza on Sunday by Israeli airstrikes, according to Palestinian officials. Those strikes came on the first day of the Muslim holiday of Eid al-Fitr. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu repeated demands for the Hamas militant group to disarm and leave Gaza. Just a day before, Hamas said it agreed to a new ceasefire proposal from Egypt and Qatar. Israel says it proposed a counteroffer, but has given no details. It's a daring journey across the open ocean. 30 children swimming for kilometers north of Taiwan. Now, a documentary of their adventure has been released, and our reporter Sandy Chi went to meet the kids at the premiere of Swim Against Fear.
It's a leap of faith of believing in their own abilities. This is the start of a journey by 30 young children, all under the age of 11, and their daring swim across the open ocean has been recorded in a new documentary. Though it has been a while since these kids completed their swim, this is the first time for them to see themselves in action.
就是很有成就感，就是看到自己可以完成这种不可能的任务，所以觉得很不开心，所以觉得很开心。
This challenging journey is a milestone for the young swimmers, marking their first attempt to swim from Bisa fishing port to Geelong Islet, a rugged island over 5 kilometers off Taiwan's northern coast. The participants were grouped based on their skill level, tackling distances of either 1,500, 3,000 or 5,000 meters. Thanks to director Wayne Chen, a parent of one of the swimmers. Their remarkable journey is captured in the documentary, Swim Against Fear. Many criticized the plan at first, citing safety concerns. Taiwan is an island nation, but many Taiwanese have a cultural sense of the ocean as something to be feared rather than embraced.
台湾一直说我们是海洋国家，但实务上或者是我们经验上，我们一直觉得我们是背对海洋，我们不是面向海洋。那长期来说，应该就是要让小朋友知道，海洋有很多未知，那我们怎么样去把这些未知尽量变成已知？那你懂得越多，你越知道怎么保护自己。你知道在什么样的海况或什么样的海岸线是不适合下水的，他自己知道，他就不会去涉险做这件事。
This is something Tsai Song-yo, a triathlon coach, realized firsthand.
其实海洋教育在台湾的推动目前还算是比较保守的。不管在民风或者是在政府的体制面来说，其实在推动上面都还是比较来得困难啦。那主要原因是因为台湾在这方面的资源其实并没有到充足。
For these kids, finishing the challenge marked an important milestone in their lives. They trained for months at the pool and in the sea under professional guidance. There were some tears and scary moments.
It just looks like a blue watery things, and then a green thing right ahead of me. So I just told myself I'm almost there, and I just got there. 但最害怕的是被水母蛰脚抽筋，然后就没办法动。
你那时候有想放弃吗？
是还好。
The kids' parents also gave their support, helping along with the coach. For them, this experience was a priceless gift for their children.
I want him, to develop a courage, and he can conquer the fear of the unknown things in his life. I think that's very important. As a parent, you won't always be able to be by the side of your kid. But whenever he's facing his challenges in his life, even after we parents pass away, we always hope they can, conquer their fear. And how to give the courage as a gift to your son.
Memories fade, but with the release of the new documentary, these kids will always have a reminder of the day they took on the ocean and swam against their fears. Scott Huang, PG Zhuang, and Sunny Chi for TaiwanPlus.
And thank you for joining us for What's Up Taiwan. Finally, check out this model of E.T. the Extraterrestrial from the iconic film, up for auction at Sotheby's. Came out the same year I was born. I'm Eric Gao. Take care. We'll see you next time.